better look. She'd broken several of Wondermere's rigid rules in the space of just 5 minutes, getting covered in sparkling dragon poo while she was at it. But at least she hadn't disturbed the dragons. Everyone agreed she must have the most astonishingly good luck. And perhaps Grace really was lucky, because as the next 8 years passed, she got away with breaking just about every rule in Wondermere's very old-fashioned book, and there were certainly plenty of rules to break. Princesses do not wear armour. Princesses do not ride unicorns. Princesses do not sneakily enter the annual Trollo tournament, and they definitely do not win it. Grace had been there, done that, and got the trophy, accompanied by her smart and caring sister, Princess Portia. King Wonder had to admit that his daughter's rule-breaking hadn't done the dragons any harm. In fact, they seemed happier than ever. They'd even started laying eggs, and their nests were overflowing with plump baby dragons. If the dragons were happy, the princesses were happier still. They'd been knighted by the king, the first girls ever to become sirs, and each was now in charge of something truly important. As champion of dragon studies, Sir Portia's job was to keep an eye on dragon behaviour, and, as champion of Trollo, Sir Grace helped other girls train and play with the boys for the first time in history. Trollo was the nation's favourite sport, and Grace lived for it. She loved nothing better than to put on her armour, mount her unicorn, and chase after the ball troll, mallet in hand. As captain of the league, she was in her element. No wonder people called her the luckiest girl in the kingdom. But was she lucky enough to get away with swimming in forbidden purple water? "I only want a little dip," Grace said as she rode Poop, her disobedient unicorn, through the castle courtyard towards the main gates. "A swim in the moat after Trollo practice is practically tradition." "I thought you hated tradition," said Portia with a smile. She was riding beside Grace on her beautifully turned-out unicorn, Sprinkles. As ever, she was riding hands-free and reading a book about dragons. Worn out from practice, Poop's hooves plodded heavily across the cobbles. But Grace knew better than to ask him to speed up. Her grumpy, grotty steed always did the exact opposite of what he was told. Thankfully, she knew exactly how to handle him. "Take your time, boy. I'm in no hurry for a swim." Poop pricked up his ears, gave a mischievous snort, and shot out of the castle gates, dumping Grace into the moat with a sploosh. Portia urged Sprinkles into a trot and caught up, coming to a stop on the drawbridge. "Dad'll go mad if he catches you," she called down to Grace. "Our guests will be arriving any minute. No one from the outer ocean has ever visited Wondermere before. You know how important it is we make a good impression." Grace spat out a mouthful of purple water. "They're merfolk," she said. "And not just any merfolk, they're champion swimmers. I bet they'll be glad to see we like water too. Isn't that right, Poop?" Poop gave a bored snort and began to nibble on a patch of pixie wart. Portia looked longingly at the water. "Dad did say this visit's all about showing our guests how much we value their customs." "You should join me," Grace suggested, treading water as she tugged off her armour. "Although I'd recommend getting changed before jumping in. If my Trollo kit goes rusty, I'm blaming Poop." Portia bit her lip.